gentlemen, what the world's been waiting for, what the world needs now, the one, the only, amazing, original Johnny Blaze. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Here's Johnny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all to the amazing original Johnny Blaze Show. It's always great to be here, as I blaze right in with my karate kick. Let's have a blazing hot fun time. A cop once pulled over Mike Tyson. Luckily, Mike let the cop off with a warning. If it wasn't for marriage, men would go through life thinking nothing was wrong with them. A teacher asked one of her students, "What would you like to do when you grow up?" The little girl stood up and told the teacher, "I want to be a good mother." "You may sit down, Cindy." The teacher then asked the next student, "Now, Billy, what would you like to do when you grow up?" Billy stood up and announced, "I want to help Cindy become a mother." Two law partners drank a toast in their office together. Suddenly, the senior partner grabbed his chest and started yelling, "I think I'm having a heart attack. There is something I must confess. I embezzled thousands of dollars from the company, and I'm having an affair with your wife. Can you forgive me?" The junior partner took a sip from his cocktail and replied, "That's okay. I just hope you can forgive me for poisoning your drink." We have a blazing hot fun show with a special guest. She's a singer, a songwriter, a guitarist, and an all-around entertainer. So please give a big warm welcome and say hello to Patti Spadaro. Patti Spadaro, welcome to the amazing Richard Johnny Blaze Show.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Real good. Yeah, we had you on in the past. I think it was about a year, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, I think.
That's right. Okay. Well, welcome back again. Okay. You're looking fine. You have a nice smile. You're just relaxed. Your hair looks good. Fantastic. How'd you get started in entertainment? Give me a rundown of the Patti Spadaro story. And where are you from?
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Grew up in the Philadelphia area. Spent 10 years as a full-time musician in the LA area, California. And then made our way back to Pennsylvania, but kind of settled here out by Pittsburgh. And I don't know, I started playing guitar when I was 11 years old and played throughout high school, took guitar lessons. And I really loved it. My dad was a musician. There's always music in our household. Had some older brothers who would be playing their classic rock, their Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and that kind of stuff as I was just discovering music. And since my dad was a musician, I think he encouraged me not to be a professional. Like, yeah, do it for fun, but don't try to earn a living at it. So I went to college. I majored in physics. But I still had that desire, that kind of calling to play music. So I ended up going out to Musicians Institute in California for an extra year. And once I graduated there, I ended up staying in California for another 9 years and just playing professionally full time, touring with bands. I was in a couple different indie rock bands, original music. Taught some guitar lessons and that kind of thing. And then came back to Pennsylvania to have a family, have 2 daughters, and just kept playing and writing and started singing more. So now I am a singer as well as a guitar player and a songwriter. And I put out a few albums of my own and just have a brand new single I just released called Mystic Misfit.
That's great. I was going to ask you, that's right. I heard that song and I was wondering, how do you go about creating Mystic Misfit?
Mystic Misfit. Well, I am also, as a day job, I teach college courses in yoga and meditation and mindfulness. So I guess that's kind of where the mystic part comes in. Misfit, being a woman in a kind of traditionally male dominated field of playing lead guitar in a rock and roll band. Um, you see a lot more guys than you do women. So misfit as in, not always fitting into the norm. And bringing this kind of yogic meditation side of me, merging with my music side, bringing them together, is kind of the theme of the song. And talks about, like, one of the lyrics is meet me in the middle, and that kind of has a couple different meanings. One is like myself, like just kind of feeling centered, and from yoga and meditation I kind of get this feeling of just being in balance, being centered, clearing my head. um and then the challenge of trying to meet other people from a kind of a centered and balanced place within. And then also, just kind of the world can be a little bit crazy these days. People fighting on the internet and that kind of thing, and politics and all the craziness that goes along with it. Maybe just bringing people together a little bit, meeting each other from a more balanced place, finding some common ground. So all these are themes in the song.
They're neat. That's really neat that you have a variety of talents, and you combine all your talents, the yoga teaching and then the entertainment together, and then you come up with such a catchy, creative song. And you also had a song in the past that you did, which was called Glass Shatters. Tell me how did that come about? How did you go about creating that? That was also it's a very catchy, entertaining song.
Right, yes. That one was a lot of fun. I collaborated with some other Pittsburgh women musicians and singers for that one. Glass shatters, referring to like the glass ceiling that still exists for women. And I wrote it around the time Kamala Harris was vice president, which was breaking the glass ceiling for women. And then she was running for president, of course. And that would have been a big glass ceiling breaker for women. Of course, it didn't work out that way.
Right.
But it was fun to bring together some different women singers from the Pittsburgh area. My friend Jill Simmons, who I'm still playing with, and my friend Cheryl Ann Hawk, who I still do some shows with. Um, so that was really fun. It's got like 5 women singers on there. And Celedonia is on there. She plays keyboards as well. And it's neat to hear all the different women voices in the song. Whereas Mystic Misfit is a little more like personal and introspective. It's a little bit more pared down. There's Cheryl Ann Hawk again does some background vocals, but there's not as much like, oh, 5 different women like in Glass Shatters.
Let me see. Well, I like them both. I think I see the video of that. Glass Shatters was all the women and everything singing, and then the mystic mist
Mystic Misfit. Yeah.
mystic
And
misfit.
that one, yeah, we just released Mystic Misfit. That's on Spotify and Apple Music and all those kind of places. And we shot a video, and we're just editing the video now. So the video's not out there yet, but probably another week or so, and the video will be available too on YouTube. So I'm
Oh,
looking
great.
forward to that.
Okay. I thought it was released on June 15th.
The yes, the audio. So it's you can listen to it
Oh,
on Spotify and Apple Music and all those places. Bandcamp, it's available. We released it already, but we weren't quite finished with the video. So
oh, I
we're
got you.
working on the editing of the video, and that'll be out in another week or two.
That's fantastic, and I'm sure it'll come out really great. It'll come out the way you want it to.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool concept. I'm excited about it. Um, it's got some drone shots. So it's like, the drone camera way far away, and then it comes out and comes and does some close-ups, and then it goes off far away again. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about
Well, you
seeing the final product.
put so much passion and enthusiasm into your work. You're quite the artist that you are.
Well, thank you.
whatever you're doing. No, I see it. I see it. The smile, and you're playing the guitar and the good chords, and you're really getting into it, truly. And it's a it's a work of art, Patty.
Yeah, I try. Definitely have a passion for it. And yeah, I like to do things that make me happy. So hopefully in the music world, I can find some of that
That's phenomenal.
fun.
Well, you're doing what you want to do, even though your dad didn't want you to make a living at it. You didn't listen to him. You're doing what's in your heart.
Well, I think if it paid better, he'd want me to make a living at it. Um, Unfortunately, yeah, unless you're like a huge star, it's kind of hard these days to make a good living as a performer. Um, and the streaming services don't pay very well, and people aren't buying CDs like they used to. But yeah, you got to have the fun, the joy, do it for the love of it.
You're enjoying it. You're getting something out of it. You're spreading love and happiness and your talent, you're enjoying it and bringing it to others, and other people are, I'm sure,
Yeah,
listening.
yeah, that's the hope that other people will enjoy it as well.
That's phenomenal. No, it's great that you could do such a thing. It really is. Not everybody has the talent or the ability to do all that, but you do. And besides, you're doing the yoga teaching too. So, what
Right.
kind of music then would you say you go for in general when you do music?
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
What kind of music do you go for? Is it rock, pop, country, classic?
When when I'm just listening to music.
Listening or even in general playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like rock and roll, bluesy, jam band. I mean, I love like the Grateful Dead and Allman Brothers, Susan Tedeschi, Derek Trucks, John Mayer. Those are all people I enjoy. I like jam band music where there's plenty of room to kind of explore instrumentally
That's great.
and play guitar solos and that kind of thing.
You have anybody that singer songwriters that you really look up to that really inspired you in your journey?
Yeah, I've been listening to Sarah Bareilles lately. She's a wonderful singer, kind of amazing singer. I enjoy her music. I think she's got something. Yeah, I think she just released something new. But like I said, Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks, the Tedeschi Trucks Band. Derek is one of my favorite guitar players. He's just amazing. And Susan is a wonderful bluesy rock and roll singer. And the fact that they're married and making it work and going on tour with their kids and stuff, I think that's great. Those are big influences. Natalie Merchant, I've always enjoyed her. Singer-songwriter, kind of mellow vibe, I guess.
Well, you know quite a few people then. There's quite a few people that look up to.
Yeah.
That's great. That's all good. Uh, anyway, talk to me about you've probably done some touring. Talk to me about any touring and places that you've gone from your favorite venue and the touring experiences.
Mhm. Well, I'm about to go on tour with an all-female Grateful Dead band called Brown Eyed Women. We're leaving next week actually
Oh,
for a New England tour. We're hitting like Vermont and New Hampshire and where else? Vermont, New Hampshire, Ver
and
Massachusetts.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna in September hit Chicago and Nashville. And I play around the Pittsburgh area a lot lately. But I used to tour more. I used to like when I lived out in California, we just kind of load up the van and drive up the coast and we'd hit a bunch of spots on the way up, hit a bunch of other spots on the way back down. We'd tour like San Diego and go all the way up to Seattle, Washington, and then turn around and come back and hit different spots on the way home.
Any favorite ones that
And
stand out of all the ones that you did? Do
what's that?
you have any favorite venues that stand out in the different shows that you've
Um,
done?
well, the El Rey Theater in Los Angeles was really cool. It's kind of one of those older, historic kind of theaters. which was a lot of fun. And then here in Pittsburgh, Club Cafe, that's a nice little intimate venue. The Thunderbird Music Hall is a cool spot for bigger shows. And then Moondogs is kind of a Pittsburgh staple, a smaller bar, but they host, a lot of touring acts come through there.
I
They
see.
host a lot of local Pittsburgh music too, original music.
So you play is the lead guitar that you play? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You sing. Now, are you self-taught, or did you say you took lessons for
I took some lessons in high school, and then I went to Musicians Institute in Los Angeles, California. It was a 12-month program because I had already gone to college.
I see.
So I didn't want to go get a music degree after already having a 4-year college experience. So I found this program that was 1 year.
Mm.
And they had some amazing teachers there when I was there. Scott Henderson, who used to play with Chick Corea, big in the jazz fusion world. He was one of my teachers. And Keith Wyatt of the Blasters, he's great, blues, roots rock player. So yeah, learned a lot out there.
Now you have your own band, right? You had some band. Do you have a
Uh,
band with your old band?
Patti Spadaro Band. Yes. We're not playing as much as we used to. Everybody's kind of busy with their side projects and stuff. But yeah, I recorded the Mystic Misfit single with them, and we also recorded the Glass Shatters. And then I did a CD several years ago with some of the same people called Bringing Me Back, of all original, my own songs.
And how
And
many people were in your band, and how did you go about, and when did you meet your band members?
band members. Eric Kurtzrock, my drummer, we met. I think I met him just going to a friend's show, and he was filling in for their band.
Oh,
And I was really impressed with him and said, "Hey, we should get together and play." So we did. And I liked what he was about. He liked what I was about. And we started playing together and doing some shows together. And then he learned some of my songs and we started recording together. And what came out of that was that Bringing Me Back CD from a few years ago. And then Cheryl Ann Hawk, she sang some harmonies on Bringing Me Back and then also on Glass Shatters and this new one, Mystic Misfit. And she and we do some duo shows here and there. She's very busy as well with some different projects. So I think we're going to play together in August. We have a show lined up and then we have another show. I think it's September coming up. Just her and I. And bass players have been through a bunch of bass players
yeah.
through with my band. People, um, like one guy moved out of town and another guy joined a country band and got real busy with that. So, there's kind of this revolving.
Revolving door.
Yeah.
But you manage.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get through it. Now, on your performance, you go out and do your performances. Have you ever had a time where you tried really hard to make a show work, and for some reason, it's called Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, it can, and it will. For some reason, it did not. And if so, how did you handle that?
Yes. I had a show very recently where there were some problems with the sound system, getting it. I don't know. The sound guy was having trouble with the stage monitors so that we could hear each other from across the stage and hear ourselves singing. And yeah, I don't know. It took him like a half an hour. We were just kind of standing there ready to sound check, and he just couldn't get it working. And
Wow.
then the bass amp, something went wrong with that, and they were trying to figure that out. So we started maybe a half hour late. But you just work through these things. There were times throughout the whole show, he didn't quite the monitors were either too loud or too soft, or you couldn't hear a person, or one person was too loud. These kind of things happen. So you just do the best you can.
I see.
Um, you know,
That's
had
good.
another one, Hartwood Acres, actually in Pittsburgh, which is a great venue, outdoor venue, but it was so hot and the sun was just beating down on us. And it was making my guitar go out of tune. And I have an electronic tuner on the floor that lights up that tells you, you're in tune. It lights up green and you're not in tune, and it's red. It tells you to go one way or the other. Well, it was so bright, I couldn't see the light on the tuner.
Well,
And it was so hot that the guitar kept going out of tune. So I had to just tune by ear in the middle of the show, which is never, much rather
mm,
tune up real quickly with the tuner, but I couldn't see it because it was a daytime bright sunny show, like the sun was just beating right down in my face.
well, everything is good
So it
here.
was a great venue, but unfortunately, those little things can throw you off, and
I see.
do your best, but
Well, you have a sense of humor. How about any times did you ever forget any words to a song or break a guitar string? And if so, how'd you handle those?
sure, I forget words all the time or guitar chords. Um, but sometimes I have little, sheet music or notes or my iPad or something there in case I forget. I can take a quick peek and like, oh yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Or sometimes you just kind of extend the instrumental
Mhm.
part a few measures until you can remember the words. That'll happen. I haven't broken a string lately, but yes, I've broken strings on stage. I generally like to have more than one guitar on the stage with me so that if something happens like that, I can just put the guitar down, grab the other guitar, and it's not a big deal. It's not always like this tour we're doing. I'm flying into Boston, so I'm just bringing one guitar. So fingers crossed that I don't break a string or something on stage because I'm
Is
only
elec
going to have one guitar.
I see.
And then, if I have to change a string real quick, then I guess I have to change a string real quick.
Is electric guitar or a regular guitar?
Yeah, electric.
It's electric. Okay,
Mhm.
I see. Oh, very good. And generally, the show is generally more by yourself or with other people. It probably varies upon the show, right?
Yeah, yeah. Usually I play with a full band. Occasionally I'll do like duo, like Cheryl Ann Hawk and I do duo
Duets. Yeah.
shows, but I like to play with a full band. I just feel like it's more fun for me to play with other people and have that synergy on stage and that playing off of each other and sharing vocals and sharing solos and those kind of things.
That's all fun. That's all fun. Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah.
audience participation in your show? And if so, how do you get the audience to participate?
Um, yeah, sometimes like actually I did a show today earlier in the day. There were spots where boom, the music stops, but the singers are still going and you kind of just, I was just doing this kind of thing and people were getting up and dancing and clapping along and that was fun.
Well, you have a great sense of humor. Besides the talent that you have, besides your bubbliness and your smile and your enthusiasm, so that all helps.
Well, thank you.
It helps you get through it.
Yeah.
That's right. There you go. Do you do any meet and greets or sign autographs or take photos? Have photos taken of you? Both.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people will come up after a show and I like to just mingle a little bit, hang around a little bit by the stage. And yeah, if anybody wants me to sign something, I'll do that or just say hello or, ask a question about the show or, people will say, hey, I really like that one song, whatever.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah, that's all
yeah.
fun. It's all good public relations. It's all fun. It's a great experience.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Well, generally, I guess things go well. You've never had any really bad, embarrassing experiences at all? Any of the shows where something just went wrong and you had a hard time fixing it, or you never had any kind of embarrassing moment at all? On
Sure. Yeah, there's always times things sometimes go wrong. Um, once in a while I'll like just hit the wrong chord or something, or even though I tuned at the beginning of the song, maybe something caused the guitar to go out of tune, and all of a sudden, like, you start the next song and one of the strings is out of tune and it sounds weird, and you have to decide, do I want to stop and tune, or do I want to just keep going out of tune, or do I want to try to tune as I'm playing? So, depending on the situation and how bad it is, um, I'll try to deal with that. Other times, sometimes electrical something will be come unplugged, or I've had my guitar strap, like the guitar kind of get disconnected from the strap. So it almost fell to the ground, but I managed to catch it
Wow. Boy.
before it fell to the ground and reattach the strap. That's happened.
Well,
Um,
you've had some real challenging, entertaining experiences, that's for sure.
right. And at the indie level, since I'm not, you know, a big star with roadies and somebody ready to fix whatever's going wrong. Yeah, a lot of us indie musicians, we have to kind of just think on the fly and deal with stuff as it comes up and
That's
hope
it.
for the best and deal with things if things come up.
Well, like Tom Hanks, remember that movie, Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never quite know what you're going to get, and hopefully it's something sweet. So it's true.
That's right.
And you just do your best to smile, apparently. So nothing's going to be perfect at all times. It's always going to be something.
Yep. We do our best.
That's part of your journey, and that's part of your career, what you're doing. So
You're right. Yep.
very, very good. Have you ever met with or worked with any celebrities at all? And if so, tell me which ones stand out, your favorite.
Sure. I opened for Eddie Van Halen once out in California. Um, we booked a show at Palomino Club in
Really?
North Hollywood.
I remember the
Yeah,
Palomino Club in North Hollywood. Yeah.
yeah. And we played our set, and they either I can't remember if they didn't tell us who we were opening for or if
Mm.
it was just a funny name. But it was Eddie Van Halen and Steve Lukather from Toto. But it wasn't a huge place, it was kind of a mid-sized club, and it was kind of a secret that they were playing.
Oh, really?
So we didn't even know who was in the headlining band.
Oh,
So we played our set and got off stage, and we started to hear the rumors that Eddie Van Halen was going to be there. And a few minutes later, there he is. He walks in the door. He and Steve Lukather and a couple other studio musicians were carrying like little amps and guitars and stuff. The amps had price tags like hanging off of them, like they had just stopped at the music store up the street and grabbed some gear and came in, and they went backstage, and we followed them and went backstage, and we got to hang out with them for a while.
wow,
And then they went out and played, and they were amazing and awesome. And Eddie was just ripping it up, and he sounded awesome.
that's great.
And then afterward, they went backstage again, and we hung out with them some more and talked with them, and that was a really fun night.
Sounds like it was. Any other experiences? If you met celebrities or
Yeah, I met John Entwistle from The Who when I was a student at Musicians Institute. He came in and did some workshops, and he came in. We had just like a little room of like a dozen or so students, and I was in there, and I was sitting right next to him, and he was just talking about music and showing some bass riffs and things. So that was pretty cool. Um, I opened for Little Feat and got to hang out with them and talk with them.
hmm,
Actually, a few times. I opened for them once, but we stayed in touch, and they, always like invited me backstage and stuff when they'd come through town. So that was fun.
Wow. Any other ones you can think of, or
There were some others at Musicians Institute when I was a student there. I met Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead.
really? Mickey Hart was in the Monkees. That's right.
Um, Peter Tork was in the Monkees. Actually, I opened for Peter Tork. I
Oh,
think I played with him. I think he jammed with us
really?
um, from the Monkees when I was in LA.
How about that?
But Mickey Hart is one of the drummers of the Grateful Dead,
Pretty cool.
and I got to meet him when he put out his book, Drumming on the Edge of Magic. And I got him to sign my book, my copy of the book and stuff.
That's neat.
Uh, yeah, so
That's some very interesting experiences.
yeah.
A lot of entertaining and important people. Now, on any shows, now can you, are there any shows, talk to me about any other shows that you've done in the past, any radio shows, podcasts, any local theater, or any television shows, or anything at all?
hmm Yeah, done some radio shows here in Pittsburgh. We played at WYEP. They do like a local music spotlight where you can play live. So my band, the Patti Spadaro Band, played live for a room full of people at WYEP. And then the other one, blanking on their letters, but I did live on the air, I think twice or maybe three times. The other big station here in Pittsburgh. Um, so they were pretty supportive of us. And then back when in California, we did some, my band, the Zookeepers, we were chosen by KTLA, a television station,
What's that?
um,
Yeah,
as one of the top five bands in Pitts and in Los Angeles. And they had those top five like on different days on their Good Day LA, like a morning news show. So we performed on that, and that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool.
so you've done some television, you've done some radio. Okay.
Yeah.
And how about as far as podcasts?
Podcasts. Yeah, I've done some different kind of interviews like this on a variety of podcasts. I don't remember all the names of them, but things, related to up and coming music or new releases, um, that kind of thing.
I see. And what about any local theater? Have you done? I don't know if you participate in any local theater or any productions.
Um, I don't really do local theater. The only theater I did was when my kids were in the high school production of Annie Get Your Gun. I was in the pit orchestra for that.
Oh,
So I played guitar in the pit for the high school production of Annie Get Your Gun.
gotcha.
But I think that's the only theater I've
Out of
really
them all,
done.
though, which would you think stand out are your favorites out of them all? Television, radio, podcasts. Well, you only did the one thing here on the theater thing.
Right.
What do you think?
It's pretty fun to play on the radio, to play live, especially, the DJs that you hear all the time if you listen to the radio in your local town. It's like, it's pretty cool to meet them and to play on their show and to talk to them a little bit. Um, so probably, yeah, some different radio things I've done have been pretty fun.
Any particular ones that stand out
Um,
that were
I don't know. We did Jill Simmons, who I'm going on tour with, and who is also on my Glass Shatters single. We did a tribute to Janis Joplin, a show where we played the whole Pearl album, start to finish, and then we played a bunch of other Janis Joplin too. So the local radio had us on to perform I think we did two songs live as a little promo for the upcoming show. Um, so that was actually really fun to play some Janis Joplin. But then also, I was on another friend's CD, or he released an album. Mitch Bell is his name. And right before his CD release party, they had him on and me on because I was on the CD. Um, and we got to play a couple songs from the CD, which was fun.
It sounds like they're all fun. They all sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're a songwriter also. So how do you go about creating writing songs?
Yeah.
Like, where do you get your ideas, and is it music or is it words first? And how do you go about creating
Mhm.
the songs?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I do a lot of like journaling, just writing in my notebook. Um, Sometimes like going for a walk or going for a bike ride will kind of get some creative juices flowing. Sometimes I'll just flip through like a Bob Dylan songbook or something, and or I'll even turn on the radio or turn on some other music and free write and see if something just pops up. Maybe I'll write 4 pages and find one sentence or something that looks pretty cool, and I'll circle that and I'll put that on a new page. And sometimes I'll do like clustering where I'll just put a word on a page and like free associate all the things that might go with that word. And it's kind of a way to get your brain, rather than trying to think of, oh, like, let's say something like the beach instead of like, I went to the beach today. Well, if you just, your brain just kind of free associates like beach, hot sun, bathing suit, water, wave, seagull, like you can kind of tap into maybe something that wouldn't come out otherwise. So I just kind of explore with words and sentences and themes and see what comes up. And then sometimes musical ideas will come up for me. Sometimes I get the music first and start to think about what would I like to write about, and start to explore, some topics that are of interest to me and see what comes up. It's really trial and error, I think.
So sometimes it's the music first, and sometimes it's the words first. I guess it depends upon
Yes.
your experience, how you're feeling.
Or sometimes I get bits of each, like,
I see. So there's no special way. It's just
right. Not
sometimes
for
both
me.
ways.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Right. How many songs would you say, and also albums and CDs would you say you produced in your career so far?
Um, well, I was part of a couple of different bands that we put CDs out, an all women band called the Mistrals. We did an album, and then a band called the Zookeepers, and we did two albums. And then I did like an EP of my songs. And then I did my Bringing Me Back full album. And then I did a couple of singles after that, Last Shatters and Mystic Misfit. So I don't know how many is that. And then I've played on some other people's albums too, like my buddy T. Mitchell Bell. I played on his album. Friend of mine, Cheryl Childers, did a little recording with her. Um,
Hmm.
so
Quite a few. I don't know exactly. I lost track. I don't know how many exactly.
yeah,
Say
yeah,
if you produced your albums and your singles and your CDs and your EPs. I don't know. You've done quite a few.
yeah, right.
I don't know exactly the amount. You don't either.
I guess
Uh,
like two albums and two more singles that are just mine, and then another three full albums with other bands, and then just other
okay,
stuff where maybe I played on two songs on somebody's CD or that kind of thing.
I see. Wow. Anyway, is there anybody that you'd like to collaborate with at all?
Um, I'm sure there are. Yeah. Um, I don't know a name of a person, but yes, I think I would really like to find somebody that I really connect with and groove with and do some songwriting and some recording and some shows that incorporate some original music. That would be something that I would like to pursue in the upcoming months and years, I think.
Okay. So, what about as far as opening up? Is anybody you'd like to open, specifically you'd like to open up for?
Um, well, I don't know. I really haven't thought about that too much.
Okay.
Um, I'll have to give that one some thought.
Okay.
But there's a lot of great music out there, so there's a lot of great bands I'd like to sure open up for.
I got you. Now, before your performance, now everybody, usually people get, there's such a thing as in performance anxiety. You ever experience that before a show, performance anxiety?
Um, Sometimes, occasionally, uh, especially I seem to get it more if it's just a solo performance where it's like just me. Um, that's why I really prefer playing with bands.
I see.
But as a meditation teacher and yoga teacher, and I teach a course called Mindfulness in Music, and we talk about that. We talk about how do you deal with stage anxiety or stage fright. Um, and there's some breathing techniques, some meditation techniques that can be helpful, some mindfulness exercises to try that can be helpful for that. Um,
Is that something you incorporate? Do you ever get performance anxiety, and is that something you incorporate with your?
Yeah. Yes. I don't get it as much as I used to. I used to get it more. Um, Now, sometimes I'm surprised that how relaxed and comfortable I feel on stage. But occasionally I still get nervous, especially like in a new situation or playing with new people, or like I said, playing by myself. Um, those things can make me nervous. But yes, I'll try some of my breathing techniques or just some mindfulness. And it does. I find it helpful.
So that it gives you something else to do with the yoga teaching and all that, but it also helps you can incorporate your own ideas into your own experiences then, which is helpful.
Right. Yes. Just
Not every,
breathing deeply can help calm the nerves and help
well,
clear the head.
that's great. That's always helpful. Now
Yeah.
everybody goes through that aspect in life is rejection, but especially in a business of entertainment, you have to have a thick skin. So uh, tell me about about rejection and everything. How if you have it and if you had it, how do you deal with it and everything? You ever had gone through an audition you wanted really bad to get it and but you did not, and how you feel about rejection?
Well, rejection's never fun.
Yeah,
It can be disappointing. And yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to live with that disappointment, some sadness or anger. Uh, but maybe it wasn't meant to be, and maybe there's something better around the corner, or something else to do, or somebody else to work with. So, sure, rejection can be disappointing. um, but it's part of life. You got to kind of deal with it and move on. And
that's all you can do. But has you had an experience where I don't know you've ever auditioned for a role where you wanted it really bad, you gave it your all, and it wasn't meant to be, you didn't get it? You
um,
did. How did you deal with it? I don't know if it happened or not.
trying to think. Can't think of a specific incident, but I don't know. There's just times when things didn't work out. And even, whether it was an audition for something that didn't quite work out, or even playing with people after a while,
Mm.
some things are great and are working great. And other times after a while, you discover like, this isn't quite working the way I had hoped. And maybe it's me rejecting them or them rejecting me or people just going separate ways. And yeah, it's always disappointing, but just part of life, I guess.
Can you remember any specific event in which you really tried your best to get something, a role, and for some reason it didn't work? And if so, how did you deal with it? And how, I don't know if that ever happened to you. And then how?
Mhm. Um, I don't know. Not that I can really
Okay.
think of off the top of my head.
Well, either it just either didn't happen or you just can't think of it right now.
Right.
I got you. Okay. Now, as far as audiences go, what's been your largest audience and what's been your smallest audience?
Um,
You prefer larger, smaller audiences, those are crowds.
yeah. Largest audience we played the Pittsburgh Blues Festival here in Pittsburgh, which was pretty large. And I played late up night here in Pittsburgh, which was quite large. I don't know how many people were there, probably a couple thousand. Um, and yes, I've had some bar gigs where, you know, maybe 10 people showed up or something, which is disappointing. But you try to, still, these people came out and they want to see a good show. So you still try to give it your best and, even maybe try something new that maybe you wouldn't try in front of 100 people, but there's only 10 people there. And if it doesn't come off well, oh well, it's,
Right. So you
you
prefer the
kind of
larger crowds over the smaller ones? That's what it sounds like.
with the smaller crowds, maybe you can be a little more inventive or explore a little more than you would
That's true.
with a big crowd. So actually, I've had some fun times. There's a little bar up the street from my house. I've played at a few times just because it's right there up the street and they pay well. And it's like, hey, but there's not always very crowded.
Well, which do
But
you prefer? Which do you
it can be
prefer?
fun because we'll just kind of try some different things and just
Okay.
explore a little bit. Um,
So,
but
so
yeah, those big festivals are a lot of fun. And
you prefer the bigger ones, it sounds like. I mean, you like both, but you prefer the bigger ones, right?
yeah, I mean, it's always nice to play for a packed house,
Of course, it must be a good feeling.
Yeah.
What's a typical day now as a singer and songwriter? What would you say your day consists of?
Mhm. Well, my summers are a little different because I'm not teaching. Throughout the year, I teach my college courses Monday through Thursday. I'm pretty busy with that. And then Fridays, sometimes I'm planning out the next week. Um, in the summer, I have more time to devote to doing things like this. Like I said, I just released that new single and we just shot the video for it. So that's going to be coming out. Played a gig today and going on tour with Brown Eyed Women um, in the Northeast. So that'll be fun. I don't do as much. I mean, I still play music a lot during the school year, but it's a little harder to just pick up and go off on tour, or there's less time to, play a gig on a Sunday or something. So, but yeah, and I'm practicing a lot because I'm learning a bunch of new songs for this tour that I'm doing. And
So you practice really to where you teach, and I guess you, yeah, do quite a few things, huh?
Yeah, and writing takes a lot of time, and recording takes a lot of time, and then promoting it, trying to get the word out that you have new music out there. So people go and listen to it. All these things can be time consuming.
Well, you're a busy lady, that's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
That's all good. Keep you
Mhm.
busy. You're never a dull moment, right?
Right.
That's real good. Okay. Uh, anyway, let me see here. Um, now, there's some other things. Oh yeah. What's your favorite now, as far as your favorite part of the entertainment business? Would you say it's recording music, writing songs, or even in-person appearances or performances?
Um, well, I do like to perform a lot. That's a lot of fun, especially with a great band and some room for improvisation and jamming. That's a lot of fun. It's also fun to put new music out there, like to record and then finish it and have this finished product that you can share with the world. Like my new song, Mystic Misfit. Um, I'm checking my Spotify stats and that kind of stuff. And it's cool to see, oh, look, 50 people heard it in the UK or some people from Brazil were listening yesterday. So it's pretty cool to have that wide reach with a new song. So that's pretty exciting. But as far as like really what feels the best, probably playing live is the most fun.
Well, that's yeah, same similar to my favorite performer Elvis. He said he missed the reactions of a live audience and everything. As soon as he got out of the movie contracts, he got back into live performances, and that's what his favorite was. So that sounds like
Yeah.
that's your favorite also.
Yeah, I think
What is there
so.
about you? Is it like because of the crowd? Is that why you really love?
Because of the crowd and because of the interaction with the musicians, it's fun to like play with a really tight drummer or play with a bass player or keyboards and guitar kind of interacting with each other is a lot of fun.
Must be a really good feeling. The applause, the cheering, the clapping, the applauding.
Right. Yeah.
That must be a great feeling then. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. You do any? Have you done any work for charities at all when you're performing?
Oh yeah, sure. Um,
What charities have you worked with?
I do the past couple of years I've been doing a show with Bill Toms and Hard Rain here in Pittsburgh. Um, they do the night before Thanksgiving every year, charity event. The past couple of years they've been working for this PAR is the organization PAAR, Pittsburgh Action Against Rape, which is a very, you know, good organization. They help a lot of people. I've also done some things for the local food bank and for Just Harvest, which is another kind of food bank organization. And I've done some things, Blues Go Pink concerts where we'd get some women musicians together and, raise money for mammograms for women, underfunded women, and breast cancer awareness and research and that kind of thing. So, yes, I've done several different charity events.
That's great. And what about now making music videos now? That must be something that you enjoy too.
Yeah, um, that's something that I've been done more recently. Um, everybody's on YouTube these days. But yeah, I've got a guy I work with, David Heath, who is very creative, comes up with some cool ideas and stuff. And I play the song for him, and then he listens and he says, I'll get back to you. And he kind of mulls it over for a few weeks and starts to get some ideas and says, hey, how about we try this and this and that? And I said, oh, that sounds good. So. Yeah, it was fun. This latest one we've done, with his drone has me like we got up at well, I got up before dawn, but we met around dawn or just after dawn. Pittsburgh has a lot of rivers,
Oh,
so he's got me like walking across this big golden bridge with the sunlight shining through, and I got my guitar on my back. And then I come over to the point, which in Pittsburgh, two of the rivers come together and form this point. So he's got the drone coming out over the water, shooting me in the middle. Meet me in the middle was one of the lyrics. So it's pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about it. And like I said, that'll be out in a week or two up on YouTube
that's
for
great.
people to check out.
That sounds like something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Now you're the person that promotes you, Michael Stover. What a great guy he is. Shout out to him. He owns his own record company, apparently a music
Mhm.
company, and he's the one that's publicizing you and promoting you. So, how did you get to
Yeah.
meet Michael Stover? Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yep.
How did you meet Michael Stover?
He had worked with some people I knew and they recommended him. John Vento is another Pittsburgh area artist who's worked with him, and Freddie Stover. And I don't actually know if they're related, but they both have the same last name. So he's worked with her, Miss Freddie. She's a blues singer here in Pittsburgh, and she had some good things to say about him. So yeah, thought I'd give him a try, and
I see.
yeah.
Well, let's see. So you contacted. They gave you the information, the phone number or email, and you contacted him.
Yeah, yeah. And he said, "Oh, shoot me some music." So I did, and he said, "Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to work with you." So,
Yeah, he's a great guy. I've got a lot of shows from him. He's real positive and he's a real go-getter.
yeah.
He prefers to go through email though. He just prefers that over the phone. I talked to him once.
Right. Yes, I
He's
found that as
he's
well.
fantastic myself. So I just wanted to shout him out. Shout out
Yeah.
him. So he's supposed to be doing a lot for you then, right? Getting you interviews and
Yeah. Some print
good.
and some of this kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, podcasts or video.
Hmm.
In this case, a video cast. That's right.
Right.
Fantastic. Uh, what do you think about people try to make it entertainment. There's typical shows of today, things like America's Got Talent, The X Factor, The Voice, American Idol. There was always talent shows in the past. Those are the current ones. So, what do you think about those programs? You ever watch them? Do you think that they're helpful for people that want to make it in the entertainment business?
Yeah. I don't really watch them, but I know there are a few people have been discovered that way. So good for them. Um, I guess, like, I don't know. I never really thought of myself doing that kind of a thing. Um,
I'm curious as to why. There must be a reason.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like they're looking for a specific thing, like the next pop star or something.
Right.
And I don't know that I fit that mold.
Well, well, yeah, I think they're looking for ratings, and yeah, you're right. In the next a certain kind of a person, because they get thousands, they get so many people applying.
Right. Yeah.
And just because you apply for something and you don't get it doesn't mean you don't have talent. Just means what you have. You don't have to do what
Right.
they want.
Yeah.
So if you can't do it one way, you do it somewhere, some other way. Like Ricky Nelson said in the Garden Party, they're going to throw rotten eggs at him at Madison Square Garden. Uh, you can't please everybody. Please yourself in the Garden Party song. And it's true.
Right.
You can't please everybody. Nobody does. Right?
Yeah.
So any recommendations though for people who want to do what you're doing? Um, what do you advise them? Advise.
Um, I don't know if I'm the best person to give advice, but just keep playing and have fun with it and keep writing and recording and I guess I would say to write without judging it. I think it's easy to kind of come up with an idea and then maybe later say, that wasn't so good, and just dismiss it. But instead of doing that, allow it to be, like allow yourself, well, maybe it's not good, but it doesn't matter, like to just write and not keep the like the inner critic separate and just write and be creative and see what comes about. And later you can go back and edit.
So what you're
But
saying is don't put any pressure on yourself. Just do it for fun. Don't put no pressure on yourself.
well, yeah, but sometimes like stopping to edit can get in the way of the creative flow. So I would say just let that creative flow, let that, turn on the faucet and just write and see what comes out. And then later, maybe go back and edit and decide what you like. And oh, this part is really good. And this part over here is good. And we can let go of that middle stuff and put them together. And that works, you know, rather than, if you stop at that middle part that wasn't so good and start trying to change it and fix it, maybe you never got to that other part at the end. So I would say just write and see what comes out and don't worry, don't judge it being good or bad, and then later go back and try to edit and put things together and rewrite.
Well, you have a good attitude. You have a very good attitude about life and also about what you're doing, and you love what you're doing. You put your mind, body, heart, and soul into everything you do, Betty.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Real good attitude, nice personality, a lot of talent, great smile, great attitude.
Well, thank you.
And you have had and continue to have a very interesting career and journey as a singer and songwriter and guitarist. That's phenomenal. Let me ask you something, Patty. If you had to do anything over again in your life and in your career, would you do anything differently?
Yes, I think I would. I'd probably maybe in my youth get out more and try to like, I mean, I don't really like networking, but I think it's kind of necessary just get out and play with more people, just to meet more people and find more connections, I guess. Also, when I had my two daughters, I tended to put music on the back burner a little bit. I mean, I'm very happy with my daughters, and I like being a mom and all that. But maybe I put music on the back burner too much. Like I should have been a little bit more, kept it more active than I did, let it slide a little bit. So if I were to do it again, maybe, hey, hire a babysitter and get out there and play more
I
often.
see. You would do it differently. Okay. Do you have any present projects up, Patty, right now?
Um, yes, like I said, Mystic Misfit is just released. It's out there on Spotify and Apple Music and Bandcamp and all that stuff. And then the video will be out in a week or two on YouTube. And then I'm going on tour. Anybody up out in the Northeast, Vermont, Massachusetts, New Hampshire areas, Brown Eyed Women. And then in September, we're going to play Chicago and Nashville and I think Ohio or something in between. So that'll be fun. And then playing around Pittsburgh here and there as well with Cheryl Ann Hawk and some other things. So I'm trying to stay active and keep on playing.
It's great. You're doing a great job of it. You're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, do you have any future dream projects that you haven't done, but you might consider as having a dream projects to be
A
done?
dream project. Well, I think I'd like to really maybe find, like I said, like a partner I really connect with and click with for the original music. Because the Patti Spadaro band is great, but it kind of tends to be everything falls in my lap because it's my name. And I'm like writing the songs and singing and playing guitar and booking and promoting and, doing the interviews and things. Whereas it'd be nice to share
Oh,
share the workload with
Makes
someone
sense.
else, but also have that creative collaboration.
So you would work with
Um,
somebody who would do what you do, except that they would help you, so you wouldn't have to do it all yourself. It would be a partner that does half the work and you do the other half. Right.
right. Yes. And, maybe someone who does half the singing and I do the other half of the singing. So I'm not singing all night as well as playing guitar all night.
Well,
That's a
hopefully you'll find
lot.
something. Hopefully you'll find something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. I don't know how you go, maybe you can advertise that you want something like that or something. There must be something.
Right. Yes. I've done that and I don't know. So I haven't had a lot of luck with it, but I can do more.
Gotcha. Well, that's something to look forward to. It really is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
If people want to find out more about you, Patty Spadaro, then how do they go? Give me the links. The entertainment website, Facebook
Hmm.
page, YouTube channel, Spotify, Instagram, LinkedIn,
Yes. Yeah, I'm on all those things.
com.
So if you search for Patty, Patti, Spadaro, Spadaro, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Spotify. I think Spotify, it may be the Patty Spadaro Band. So, you can add the word band there on Apple Music and Spotify, Patty Spadaro Band. And then I have a YouTube channel. I forget if band is in there or not, but searching for Patty Spadaro, Spadaro with the two A's and the O at the end. Spadaro. I have a website, pattispadaro.com. So all those places.
Okay, great. So people shouldn't have any problem finding you.
Yeah.
They should support you, and they should buy buy your music and support you.
Yes, they
And
should.
everything else. Of course. All right, fantastic. Anyway, I want to say for all ladies and gentlemen of the Amazing Mr. Johnny Blaze show, there's a time that people have all been waiting for. It's highly anticipated, and it's showtime now. The Amazing Mr. Johnny Blaze show with our special guest Patty Spadaro, singer, the guitarist, and songwriter, and all-around entertainer. And so the very first song is called Mystic Misfit. Let's have a amazing and entertaining and fun time listening to her latest single, Mystic Misfit, coming out on video soon.
I'm a mystic misfit, hiding in plain sight, with the mighty and the bold. Every day resisting
Bravo, bravo. Yes, Mystic Misfit, right? Up to mischief, right? A very entertaining song. It is. All right.
Thank you.
Now, your entertainment delight. We have one more, ladies and gentlemen. Song that on the past that you did. I love that song, and it's called Glass Shatters. So let's have a blazing hot and fun and exciting time listening to Glass Shatters, from Patti Spadaro.
Glass shatters clear the way.
Bravo, bravo. Glass Shatters. That's spectacular. That's one of a kind. That's very, very creative and very fun, very entertaining.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. There was one more question that I remember, I forgot to ask you. Do you prefer cover songs or original songs? What is it?
Well, I really like to play my original songs like live. I like to create and write and come up with something brand new. That's a lot of fun. And then to perform those songs to people is a lot of fun. But I also enjoy like some of my favorite covers, sharing those with people or putting a different spin or something on cover songs can be a lot of fun too. But yeah, playing originals is it's important because I don't think I'd want to be just like a cover band. Creating something new is for me, part of what a, you know, musician is creating. So,
Well, when you do covers, you want to make it your own, but
yeah,
you prefer originals. You want something that's different.
yeah,
It shows the real you, the real
right.
Patti Spadaro. That's right.
Yep.
Well, you know what? You have had, like I said, you have had and continue to have a very blazing and amazing, very entertaining and fun and inspirational life as an entertainer, as a singer, as a songwriter, as a guitarist, and all that you're doing. And so I really thank you again for being a guest on the amazing original Johnny Blaze show. It's really been fun. The time has gone by very fast. I really enjoyed it.
Well, great. Well, thank you for having me. Nice to be here.
My pleasure, Patty. Continue to happiness and success. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, anyway. Oh, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up here, but I just want you to hang in there because I do want to talk to you about some stuff before the night's up. So hang
Okay.
in there. Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Okay. I always say to all my fans and friends as I get ready to wrap up and close the show, always keep a smile on your face and a song in your heart. And until next time, happy trails and blaze out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be a guest on the amazing original Johnny Blaze show, please send us an email to amazingoriginalJBshow@gmail.com. All of our guests receive a complimentary DVD of their appearance on the show, and every episode appears on YouTube and Facebook, where we receive at least 3,000 to 5,000 views per episode. Always remember, we are much better than a podcast. We can be seen as well as heard. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Amazing Original Johnny Blaze Show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing original Johnny Blaze has just left the building. Good night. God bless. Thank you so very much.